Okay, so this is the debrief. This is Keith Boggs with Stonebriar Property Inspections. This is the debrief for 13042 12 Oaks in Frisco. So the first picture you see here, this is actually, I'll get two pictures of the front of the house. One of these, eventually I'm going to have that, the front picture on the title page clickable. Okay. So to get to the video, you actually just click on that. Okay. So that's, I haven't gotten there yet, so right. But we're going to get there. So you got two pictures of the front. They're just one's just a copy of the other one. Okay. This is the approximate direction the house is facing, so approximately south. And this is the temperature when I got here, 37 degrees. Right now it's about 55. Right. So we can test the heat. We cannot test the air conditioning until it's above 60 degrees. Right. It can damage the equipment. Right. Okay, so here you can see this. This is the roof cover. So you see the sealant here. You can see that dark strip. Yeah. That's adhesive, and it's not activating. It's not taking hold. Okay. So once that takes hold, I should not be able to lift it up with my fingers. Okay. Now this condition is present also at the main roof cover. So the back here, this is the starter shingles, okay. And then these are the main shingles. So those should all be sticking together. They should not be lifting up like that. Okay. And so right now it's cold out and the roof is new, so it's going to be a lot more resistant to wind, getting wind blown. Right. But as the roof ages and as the shingles get hotter, they become flimsier. Okay. And so you can get the wind underneath the shingles, and that can cause shingles to get blown away. Okay. And generally it happens years down the road. So somebody needs to go around to this location here. There's several locations. Most locations appear to be in the back of the house. Okay. But we want them looking at the whole roof, right, just to make sure. So then they go up there and verify. So that last few pictures were this area right along here. Okay. These are lifting shingles. This is actually a nail they drove completely through the shingle. I see. So that's the overdrone nail, and that's where you can. That's a section right here. Oh, okay. Okay. It's right above us here, and then this is another section. It's also right above us. That's at the second floor. Okay. So this condition is likely present at other places. So we're just gonna have the ability to go up there with his roofing crew and just walk around and look for the loose shingles. If you've been doing it long enough, you can actually just look at the roof cover, and you can kind of see that spot looks kind of like it needs to, like it's not sticking. So they just got to walk around and put additional adhesive under those shingles. Otherwise, down the road, okay, years down the road, you'll have problems. This is some shingles around the roof penetrations, plumbing vent. It's 2 layers of shingles. Again, those need to be sealed in place. Okay, now this next thing is a video of the roof cover. So that's the only things on the roof cover. So the roof cover overall is pretty good. With this next thing is a video. So I'm going to play this whole video. So about 2 minutes. Okay. And that way it's going to be recorded in this other recording. Okay. And you'll have a record of it. So people always asking about the roof cover. So I just started taking. Okay. I walk around and take videos.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Kelms Drive.
And I've got some other videos too. That's just the front cover up front. It's almost done. I'm about halfway done. This is in the back here, almost done. So again, overall, the roof is in pretty good condition. It just needs a little tender loving care. You can actually see the shingles there. other kind of sitting up.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, this is your water meter out front here. We're required to put where it's located. So one of the first things I do is I check. This is called a low flow indicator.
Okay.
And so if this is checking for supply leaks. So if everything in the house is off, that should not be counting.
I see.
If anything's on even a little bit, I'll start counting.
Okay.
So basically, I just get here and I stare at that thing for a couple minutes and kind of just wait and see if it changes, and it doesn't. Also, and it's in it, so there's no supply leaks. I also use this for.
So what is it counting?
The gallons of water.
Oh, okay, gallons of water.
Yeah. I also use this to. Some of your sprinkler system is underground, subsurface, strip irrigation. So I use this to verify that it works.
Okay.
To make sure that it's working.
Okay.
This is something that the builder probably won't do, but it's always recommended you these downspouts here. You want to extend them away from the house.
I see.
6 to 8 feet, preferably underground, subsurface. So I'll put a picture in the report to show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It just cosmetically looks better underground. You can put it on top of the ground, but you want the moisture on these foundations to be as even as possible. So you want the moisture these to be terminating away from the house.
Okay. Okay.
These are your 2 condensers. Now some of these things are just for talking points. Some of these things are defects that will be in the report. Mainly the report's going to have just the defects. So there'll be some things you're showing stuff working, more videos and stuff. It all will be in this recording.
Okay.
These are the manufacturer's labels. I use that to look at the breaker, make sure the max breaker matches on the panel box.
Okay.
And both of them did match. You got 2 water heaters, one on each side.
Right.
And they were fine. This is getting another downspout, needs to be extended. Same thing here, it needs to be extended. This is the water pressure to the house. So the range is 40 to 80. Get this to flip around. So the range is 40 to 80, and you're right at 80. So that's good. That's good water pressure. Pretty good size house. So you want to get that as close to 80 as possible. If it was down here in the 50s or 40s, then you could run into some problems.
I see. Where can I read it? Where is it located?
I took readings of both spigots, exterior spigots. Yeah. And this is just another downspout to be extended. This is your other water heater.
For that extension, that's recommended. What is it?
That's something the builder won't do. Probably. My builder did it in my house, in my neighborhood, but a lot of them don't do it. It's not required.
Okay.
But it will help the foundation be more stable.
Right.
So, EIFS stucco tends to crack pretty easily. So you want the foundation to be as stable as possible. Let's get another down. And in the report I can illustrate, I can draw, and I'll draw exactly, and I'll put illustrations in there and stuff. It's just all the same thing, just extend it. This is water pressure at the last one, but again, right about 80. Okay, this is a test of the garage door openers. This is the single bay garage. So I'm gonna play this video. There's 2 tests we do here. We do a pressure reverse test. So you'll see it here in a second. I put a 2x4 under there, and we want that door to hit it and then reverse.
Okay.
So that's the first test. It should reverse pretty easily. It did. And then there'll be another test here where I stick my foot in front of the electronic eye to make sure that works. I did that on both doors. Just testing the eye.
All right.
And this is the test on the 2-bay garage. Yeah, pretty quick on the votes. So they both work fine. Okay, this is a thermal picture of your panel box. So before I come into the house and start turning everything on, I take a benchmark reading of the panel box just to kind of see what's going on electrically with it. I'm looking at the breakers here. These are normal. These are arc fault breakers. These are fine. But I look at the wiring and stuff and look at the temperatures. And so this is just like a benchmark reading. Then I come back after I get on the first floor. I'm turning things on. And I go back out there and take another look. And so I do that about 3 times. That's the first look at it. This is the dining room here.
Right.
They're missing a light bulb. Actually, the bulb's there, but
Okay.
it's probably burnt out, so you need to replace that light bulb right there. This is the microwave. This is me. That's just for me. This is me testing the microwave to show you that it does work. This is the oven, set to 350 and heated to just about 350, so within the range. That's just for me. This is your cooktop, and it did work fine. Spin it around. Okay, so this is your dishwasher. Dishwasher could not get to work. Something it's not operational. It starts to come on, and it looks like it's going to work, and then it turns off. I did about 4 or 5 times to get it to get going, and I couldn't get it to run. So something's up with the dishwasher. It's not working.
Okay.
That's just showing it's not heating. That's the manufacturer's label. Yes, it's giving some kind of error. I'm not even sure what that error. I've never seen that one before.
Okay.
This is just saying the disposal. It does work, but there's got debris in it. It's got a bunch of sounds like screws in there. This is the fireplace. It did work fine. This is the office, first floor office door, and it's missing a doorknob there.
Right.
See that right there? So I'm gonna replace that. This is another look at the panel box, and it still looks good.
Okay.
Okay, now this is your number 2 air handler. When I first got up there, it would not come on. I removed the doors and I put them back in place. And when I put them back in place, it finally came on.
Okay.
So I've got some videos here, one showing it not working and one showing it working. But one thing it's missing is a float switch on the drain pan. The primary and secondary can get clogged, so it's always best to put a float switch here. So if the pan starts to fill up with water and this is clogged, it will turn the air handler off.
Okay.
If the builder won't do that, I'm pretty sure it's code in Frisco, but if it's not code and the builder won't do it, it's only about $150 per unit.
Okay.
And so it's for $300 you can protect your house. Air conditioners do damage all the time. These are above the 2nd floor. Okay. So if there's a problem and it leaks, it's going to leak all the way through that, all the way from the 2nd floor to the 1st floor. Okay, so this is I think this is the video. No. There's the video. So this is showing it when it was not working. I think the switch they didn't have the door in place right. See, nothing's happening. But I've got another video here later. Okay, that's the filter. The filter is clean. This is your number 1 unit. You can already see it's working right there, but I've got a video of this too. Yeah, that's missing. It's also missing a float switch. Here's the video, I think. Yeah. You'll see nice blue flames in there. Right. That's what the color you want. A little flickering in there, but you don't want to see any yellow or orange or white. Just nice blue flames. So it looks good. This is the filter, which is clean, and then this is another video of the unit, the number 1 unit,
right.
Or number 2 unit. I'm sorry. There we go. So it is working now. So I think it was just the door wasn't put in place properly. This is a light in the 2nd floor. I think it's 2nd floor, hanging from the ceiling.
Yep.
Then the toilet. They didn't trim out the tile properly, so they had to fix that. Yeah, it's upstairs.
Okay.
And that's actually I think from another. Oh, that's the bathroom it's in. That's 2nd floor west bathroom.
Okay.
2nd floor west bathroom. This is missing. You're missing some covers on the outlets up in the media room. So these 3.
I see.
There's 3 need covers. This is the 3rd look at the panel box, and it still looks fine. Nothing looks odd to me. Now this looks like moisture to me, but there's paint here. So, hey, hi. I'm thinking maybe they were doing some painting upstairs.
Okay.
So we just want to verify. I'm gonna put it in the report and just verify with the builder. The inspector said up in the what room is that? The media room. I'll remember later. Anyway, so we just want to verify that was there any painting done upstairs,
okay.
And if there wasn't any painting, then we may have a moisture issue. So if there was painting, sometimes this is what happens when it's at this stage. They're in there painting, and the camera is very sensitive. It'll pick up even paint that's been painted a couple days ago. And that's it. So pretty clean house overall.
Oh, okay.
Any questions?
Nope.